Okay, good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining me. First and foremost, Romeo will be doing his live stream today and tomorrow on Discord at 9:15. And let's just lay it out there like it is. If you're looking for trading ideas, that is why he's here. If you like to trade between 9:30 and 10:30 a.m., that is Romeo's specialty. My specialty is market guidance. What I like to do is I like to tell you potential tops, potential bottoms, potential support, potential resistance, because that gives you entry. It gives you an idea of when you're going to exit, and the rest is up to you to form a strategy. I'm going to lead by example. So I mentioned going into yesterday, I was involved with some Disney calls. I got excited pre-market when Disney was up like 2%. It shot up 4%. Those call options, which were as low as $55, which I mentioned on Discord, went up to $1.04 before close. They opened yesterday at 150, shot up to 180, 230, 250, 260. Okay. I sold using a stop loss at 190. Then what did I do? I traded the same options. Those options went down to 160. I got back in up to 190. I got out 20%. Those same options went back down to 129 at $130. I mentioned, hey, I'm taking a third position that I'm holding overnight. So $130 entry on my third position. They closed at 180. So that's up what, about 42%. And this morning, I believe Disney's probably up 0.75 pre-market. So again, they'll be up over $2. So in at 130, we'll be out. Let's just say I'm out at 210 or something to that extent. 65%. I'm looking for similar trades. I've mentioned some stocks and I've got my phone, so I'm going to mention my watch list a little later about stocks that actually have inflow. People in the market say, oh, the market's going down, things are getting worse. Look at Tesla off 12%. There are other stocks they are buying. They are buying Amazon. They are buying Google. They are buying Meta. Yes, all tech stocks, all with inflow, all were volume that spiked yesterday. Third straight day of inflow for Meta. Spiked again. What is Meta going to do today? It's probably going higher. And people are like, yeah, but we're in a bear market. Even in a bear market, there are rallies. Bear markets tend to last anywhere from 9 months to like 18 months. And there are generally 4 or even 5 rallies within the bear market. So I was frustrated by this dude I was just talking to, having a friendly conversation yesterday, not on the platform. And he's like, we're in a bear market. Everything's going down. Look, the S&P is lower. And I'm like, dude, there's a good chance the S&P spikes up to 383 right at the end of the day. He's like, why would you even say that? And I said, this is what I do. I give market direction. He's like, there's no reason for that to happen. But the S&P spiked up towards the end of the day. The SPY is sitting, let's just see pre-market. Pre-market, we're sitting at 383. So great. I mentioned we might see it at close yesterday. Instead, we're going to see it at open. Who's correct? Me. We're still in a bear market. So I told him, yes, you're correct, but you must give me props for suggesting the reversal. And there it is. We're seeing the same thing that we saw on Monday. Oh, shit. We're seeing the same thing we saw Friday. So I mentioned my trades from yesterday. Disney 3 times, profit each time. I'm holding the third position. Again, Disney calls overnight. In fact, I want to check where Disney is pre-market. It is up. Let's see. Disney. Oh, I've got a bunch of stocks on my new list. It's up almost 1% pre-market. So we're about to break 89 again, probably break 90 today. Yeah, they're selling it into the pre-market, but we're sitting close to $90. So those option contracts will probably be at like $2.40 this morning. Again, in at $1.30, selling at $2.40. That's like a 77% profit. If you like profit, it's there for the taking. You just have to figure it out. Okay, so I mentioned there was a rotation. I mentioned some stocks that I'm interested in. I'll mention them again. FedEx took a position. Nike took a position. Moderna took a position. Disney took a position. Boeing, because I like the airline plays, took a position. I don't like JetBlue. I don't like Southwest, but I'd be more in UAL or Delta. And I'm going to show you that big money is also doing the rotation. Energy. Romeo mentioned he's going to talk about energy today. Energy's been extremely beaten up. Why? Because Europe's having a warm winter. A warm winter means less energy. Oh, we might be heading into recession. Energy use goes down. That's why energy and the oil has been getting crushed. Then I mentioned to this gentleman yesterday, dark pool. He's like, how do you even suggest something like that's going to happen? I don't even use the dark pool. And I'm like, how do you not use dark pool levels? Dark pool means about 50% of the trading that happens in the market happens off premise, happens off site. It's like when you're selling a house and it's not listed on the MLS, it's a private showing or something to that extent. It's off market, but they'll still sell it to you. The same is true for stocks. Over 50% of the stocks transactions happens off market. You don't even know about it unless you're looking at the dark pool levels. So the dark pool levels can tell you where there's excess supply, meaning pushing the price down, or there's excess demand, meaning they think this stock is so cheap, they're going to push it up. So you must use dark pool levels, and we'll talk about that. And where could you find dark pool levels? Anybody? Where can you find them? On our Discord. So I'm just going to show you what I do every morning. So I'll go to Discord. This wasn't me, but as you can see, someone looked at something at 2:20 a.m. Everybody's looking at stuff. So let's just go over what they're looking at. PayPal. They're looking at what insiders doing on PayPal. Okay, it's kind of mixed. Doesn't really help us. What's this one? Dark pool of PayPal. What do you see? All green. It means people are acquiring block trades of PayPal. If you didn't know that, that would be extremely bullish. Looking at unusual flow of PayPal. It's mixed. I'm just showing you what other people are looking at. Again, big flow. Well, shit, you could see the big flow is probably 80% bullish. So would you be bullish PayPal? Yes. What about Square? Well, insiders are selling. Does that tell us everything? No, dark pool. They're buying off the dark pool. So let's just go to mine, what I was looking at. People are looking at the SPY. When you see the SPY still looking somewhat negative, 4.5 million puts, 1.78 open interest on calls, it could easily be hedges. It could be people that own shares or ETFs, stock that are hedging. Net flow of the market. What is it showing you? The market price is down here, okay? The cost for calls is up here. The cost for puts is up here. So either could happen. The cost for both premiums is up here. So we'll skip that. Let's just try and find mine. We got the net flow of the SPY, dark pool levels. I'm going to talk about SPY resistance and support. $380.49. Major support on the SPY. No doubt. The fact that we're opening at 383 pre-market tells me we were rejecting at 384.30 yesterday, the day before. So that would still be a rejection level until we break through. But I'll go over specific levels. I'm just trying to look for the ones I look for. Carnival Cruise Lines. What does this look like to you? Whole bunch of sweeps. Let's just go for the sweeps yesterday. Where 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 out of 10 sweeps are bullish on Carnival. Yes. So, okay, we got top flow. Okay, here's where we got Disney. All right, so I looked at Disney. Disney's still a little more puts, but it could be people selling puts. So buys versus sells, in the money, out of the money. So I'll go up and see what about more about Disney. Okay, here we go. Disney's stock price in white is up here, okay? The cost for calls is up here. The cost for puts down here. Nobody wants puts. Nobody wanted puts all day. What does that tell me? Disney higher. Yes, that is why I'm in Disney. Let's look at the next chart. Okay, here we go. The algo flow. Again, the algorithm is telling me Disney should be closer to $90, whereas the stock price was at 89. So I thought Disney's going to push higher again. Same thing, all right? And again, dark pool levels of the SPY. So let's just get right into the SPY. I hope everybody understands you must use the same tools that big money uses, meaning you're going to buy calls or puts for whatever stock you're looking at. You must look at the net flow, the algo flow, the flow sum. And then people are like, I'm so confused. How do you use that? We have directions. There are instructions. You type in the following command, bum, 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 and then you look at the chart. And then the charts are so easy. The white indicates the price of the stock. If the algorithm is down here and the stock price is up here, they usually converge. So the stock price will come down. It's called bearish divergence. It means the stock price should come down. If the algorithm is telling you the stock price should be up here and the stock price is down here, it's called bullish divergence. It means they will meet in the middle someplace in the next 24 hours, 48 hours, 72 hours. So 2 to 3 days, okay? Okay, let's go into the SPY real quick. Again, if you have any questions, please ask them on the side. But again, why have I entered Disney? Because I've seen a type of rotation. I'm just going to mention some stocks before I get into talking about the SPY and resistance or support. I'm going to mention Starbucks first, okay? Starbucks, okay. I'm thinking about mainstay plays, okay? Plays that have universal support, plays that are bigger components of either Dow or the tech. And that is where institutions and big money wants to be. So if you look at Starbucks and I look at the 1 month chart, you've got 6 out of 8 days inflow on Starbucks. Here's what you can see. What is it? Towards the end. And the last 5 out of 6 days, they've been buying Starbucks. So yes, people are like, yo, we're in a bear market. Market's getting beaten up. Oh, did you see we went to 377 on the SPY yesterday? Guess what? They're buying Starbucks. What else are they buying? Let's go to Amazon. Same thing. Amazon was selling off 3 straight days of inflow. So when Amazon hit 81, shoot, we're back up probably like 86 pre-market, okay? You're talking about 5 points. 5 points is about what? 4%, okay? So there are stocks they're buying. Amazon, Meta, same thing. Check out Meta. Again, they are buying Meta. Look at it spiking there. Inflow, 6 out of the last 9 days. Okay, so Meta has some inflow. This one was an easy one. Salesforce, right? Salesforce, big money was buying. Our Discord said buying. The stock price is going up. Would I be chasing CRM right now? Probably not, but it's likely to go higher. It's likely to break the 135 range and go higher. So let's talk about the SPY. I mentioned you've got to use Dark Pool. I mentioned you can use Discord. You can find our link below. SPY levels. We haven't really broken through the range. So it's very, very easy. I mentioned the Dark Pool level. I could bring it up for you guys to look with me because these are the numbers I'm going to mention. $380.49. Major support. Yes, we broke under there yesterday, and I said if we broke under 380, then it's likely we'll see 376. I said 91. We did not get to 376.91. I think on the low end yesterday, we got to like 377.80, and then we bounced higher. I told everybody a key number to look at, if you look at the next step higher on the Dark Pool, is $384.30. So if we break 384 and we hold, and we could see it this morning, potentially because we're sitting around 382 pre-market, the next level higher would be $387. And specifically, it's 388.11, but I see it 387, maybe 90. So again, I'm going to use Dark Pool levels for that. What else do I like to look at? I'll show you in 1 second, and we'll share one more thing, and then we'll answer any questions. Let me just bring up, here we go. Let me just make sure it's sharing. Add to stream. Okay, so here we go. I am looking at TradingView. What do you guys use to look at when you're looking at the market? Do you look at TradingView? Do you look at Webull or moomoo or Robinhood? Because you need something that indicates volume as well as, you know, the 1 minute, the 3 minute, the 5 minute, the 15 minute. So here's what I like to look at, okay? 1 minute. It'll tell me the quick reversal points. You can see, thought there'd be a reversal right here after a big sell. Again, a reversal. At the top, we hesitated here. A reversal. At the bottom, we went a reversals. Again, so you can see the reversals when you're using this. And again, the fact that we're sitting at 383 pre-market, okay? So we're filling this little gap that we jumped up yesterday morning. If I was going to make a prediction, what would I think would happen today? Something exactly like yesterday. Shit, we open, we gap up here. We might ride the morning for like 10 o'clock up to 385, 386, and then there might be a sell-off again. History tends to repeat itself. So what would I likely do? Okay, any calls that I'm in, if I'm thinking we're going to see a similar pattern to yesterday, I'm going to get out on the spike. Yesterday morning, I said I'm going to be diamond-handed, and I was going to hold my Disney options, and I let those give back. Instead of making 110%, I let those give back 30%. So I only took 80% on my first position. 80%, still damn good. Could have did better, right? I told myself, diamond hands. Why? Because my strategy was that if we see inflow in Disney 4 straight days, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of this week, that Disney could be somewhere close to $95 in a perfect world. If my call options have an $88 strike, that would make them worth $7 each. If I got in at $65 each, and they went up to $700 each, you're talking about over 1,000% return. So yes, most times I like to get in and out. And then when I realized, shoot, Matt, you don't have to ride the elevator on this one. Sell your position at $1.90, stop loss as it was going down, buy back in at $1.60, at $1.90, I sold again. When it went down to $1.30, I'm in again. This morning, it'll be worth more than $200 per contract. So again, having strategy, I want to hold again till the end of the week. But if I get a bounce up till $3 or $4, I'll sell. If I get a drop in that same contract back to 200 or 250, I'd be a buyer again. I'm looking to buy in the low, sell in the high. It's very simple, and you all understand that. For people that are struggling, you keep entering position in no man's land. No man's land is, shit, the market can go up or down based on where the SPY is, and you're just jumping in right in the middle, and you're jumping in too soon, and you're paying too much money for the time. If you buy the option later in the day, less money, less of a VIG, less of a premium. All right, that's all I wanted to talk about this morning. Again, Romeo's going on at 9:15. We're going to answer a couple questions. If you have any questions about stocks or ETFs, let me know. All right, so we got a question about Apple. So I'm just going to pull up Apple real quickly just on my phone. All right, so what do I see about Apple? Again, Apple had an outflow day. Apple looks to be bottoming. The last couple of times it's had demand, we saw it try and find support at $130. We saw that 3 straight days. Didn't happen. Big money was telling you as Apple was going down, it's going down further. Now, I happen to think Apple has support at 125, especially if they continue to buy. And I wouldn't be looking directly at Amazon today. I'd be looking at Meta, Google, Amazon, Tesla. If all 4 of those are taking inflow, and you could usually tell by like 9:45 or 10 a.m., guess what? Apple's not going to be the left out step kid, all right? If those 4 are taking inflow, Apple's likely to take inflow. And again, I thought Apple had some strong support at 135. So if the market does get bullish for 1, 2, or 3 days, you're going to see Apple pop. I would be extremely cautious on puts. When you find or when you enter into puts, you want to make sure the flow is negative. You want to make sure there's bearish divergence, okay, meaning the algorithm's telling you the stock price should be down here. I saw somebody asking about Tesla. So we could talk about, where is it? There it is, Tesla. No, I saw it for a second. There it is. Oh, and some people get angry when they can't work things. All right, let's talk about Tesla. You know what? Let me remove this. Let me add Tesla to the stream. It's going to take me literally about 10 seconds. Present, share screen. Let's look at Tesla together. I'll go on to Discord, share it. Got to go back. We got to add it to the stream. Mike, I'm getting to your Tesla question. Yes, these are the dark pool levels again. So what am I going to do? I'm going to go down to the bottom. I'm going to type in TR. Let's look at the big flow for Tesla. Let's see what's going on. In the meantime, let's look at the net flow for Tesla. All right, so here we go. Let's look at the big flow for Tesla first. So let's open it up. Now, it doesn't take a genius to see that Tesla is still bearish. But again, if the market goes up today, Tesla is going to go up. Kathy took a huge position. Now look at these premiums. 42 million, 40 million, 31 million, all expirations in January. So they're giving themselves 3 weeks to be right. So what they're telling you is, even if Tesla goes up today, Tesla's going to go down later in the week. They're still bearish on the market. Now, again, these things can flip very quickly. So if you're thinking one thing and then all of a sudden you see bullish divergence and you see a ton of calls and a ton of golden sweeps on Tesla, then yes, Tesla is going higher. So let's get back. Let's just see what the other one I looked up, net flow. Okay, so we'll open up the net flow. Now, what can you see? Okay, so the red is the cost of puts. It's still hovering here. It's not going up. If Tesla puts were going up back to these top levels and you saw like a curve, like a U curve, and it was up here where my cursor is, then yes, that would be extremely bearish. But the costs for calls are actually increasing. And if you look at the price of Tesla, it actually looks to be increasing as well. Now, understand, Kathy bought a whole lot. There are other big institutions that will be buying Tesla, things like that. Okay, what do we got next? I see something about SQQQ. SQQQ is the ETF that refers to, it's the triple bear index for technology. The reverse would be TQQQ, meaning if you think technology is going up and you want the faster, bigger movement, you're looking at TQQQ. If you think the Qs and technology is going down, you want to look at SQQQ. So you're making SQQQ puts, meaning you would be bullish on technology. That's the same as saying calls on the TQQQ. So really, no, you have puts. Are you screwed? Not really. I just told you Amazon's going up. Like Google looks like it's going up. Meta's been going up for 3 days straight. So those are all positives for the Qs, which should be negative for the SQQQ. If you're in puts, you should make out okay. Now, here's the catch. There's a mixture. We already know Tesla's somewhat bearish. So if Amazon's bullish, Tesla's bearish, Google's bullish, Apple's a little bearish, then you're going to have a mix. If I'm going to get involved in puts and calls related to technology, then I want to be in a specific stock. I want to make sure there's demand. So if I wanted to be bullish, I might look at something like Meta. If I wanted to be bearish, I would look for something that's been extremely beaten up. I would say Apple or Tesla. But again, I actually am bullish the market. I mentioned that going into this year that I was going to be bullish in the first 15 days or the first quarter. And a lot of people thought I was crazy and you're a contrarian, which means you think the opposite. No, I understand what big money is doing. Big money is saying we're in cash because we did tax harvesting the last few days of last year. We accepted our loss. We use it as against our taxes. We have cash on the side, and we're looking to buy individual stocks. I mentioned the stocks that I bought to start the year: FedEx, Nike, Moderna, Disney, Boeing, and I went into a little UAL and a little Delta. I showed you that Carnival is bullish, even though I'm staying away from cruise ships. Okay, let's just see any other questions. Not really, but somebody did put, you guys should give me thumbs up, turn on notifications, and share this video. Everything I do is not to pump a stock. It's not to hear myself talk or see my face on YouTube. Everything I do is to help you. Everything I share, if it's suggestions or lessons, it's to improve your trading. If it's my transparency saying, here's what I did yesterday, I traded Disney calls 3 times, it's to give you some type of strategy. You say, oh, shit, I rode the elevator yesterday. I was up, I was down, I was up, I was down. I would tell you, get off of the top floor or close to the top floor. Get back on the elevator close to the lobby. Get off again at the 10th floor. Get back on at the 2nd floor. And people are like, and I get into conversations with some people that this guy has a Discord. He's like, I mentor 3 people and the market's going down. That's not trading. Trading is finding the entry. Trading is finding the exit. Trading is making the money, getting in and out, making profit, having goals. My goal for each day, I keep it simple. I want to make $500. I know some people on Twitter make $27,000, $42,000, $118,000. Those are the same people that are being investigated for pumping and dumping by the SEC. Me, I'm more of a rational person. I'm like, shit, people work extremely hard, extremely long jobs to bring in a few $100s a day, if that. So I put myself in their shoes and I say, great, $500 would be amazing today. Let me do it every day. That's $180,000. And once you start compounding smaller wins, that means that $500 is going to be $1,000 a day without even trying. Romeo, who's doing a live stream at 9:15, I remember late last year, 2 years ago, he took $84 and he turned it into $50,000. Then a couple times last year, he had a $7,000 win days on the SPY. And I said, dude, would you ever imagine you would make $7,000 on a single day in one trade? So that's what it is. People, the smaller wins add up. You need a win. You're down 50%. You're scared. You lost your confidence. And I'm making it worse by selling winning positions. Okay, Dustin, I'm going to help you right there. You're over leveraging. Okay. This is an easy fix for Dustin. We'll just show that question right there. Dustin's having a hard time. No, we all go through phases where we have a hard time and we're like, shit, I just lose day after day, day after day. Guess what? history repeats itself. If you do the same thing day after day and you're losing, you will continue to lose. So here's what I would suggest for you, Justin. Number one, buy an extra week on your options. One of the reasons you might be losing is you're like, oh my God, it's Thursday. I'm down 50%. I can't hold. If I hold till Friday, I'll be down 100%. And then the option turns around and you would have been profitable. If you give yourself the extra time, you'll be safer. For me yesterday, I went into some SPY calls. The market's getting sick and thrown up. It's at like 379. And I'm buying SPY calls that expire, though, on Friday. Meaning I had the end of Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday to be correct. And yes, I'll be selling those SPY calls when the SPY's at 386, like it was yesterday morning. I get in at 379. I get out at 386. That's my strategy. Simple as that. So, Dustin, the other thing that you could be doing is over leveraging, meaning you have $1,000 in your account. You're buying a $100 option. You're buying 10 of them. You're using all of your money so that you're sitting on the sidelines. And as it's going down, it's back at 60 cents. Instead of being the guy that said, I only bought 2 at 100, I'll buy 4 at 60 cents, right? And I'll average down. That way my average will be about 72 cents. And when it goes back to 100, you sell and you make about 29% profit. Instead, Dustin, you're probably in at $1. It goes down to 60. You're like, oh, shit. It pops back up to 70. You're like, let me get the hell out. It was looking a lot worse. You get out at 70. And by the end of the day, it's back at $1. And you're like, why did I sell a winning position? Makes sense. Happens to us all. Yeah, join the live stream today. Again, Romeo's got a free section. It's really good. Sharing is caring. We're here to change lives. Again, I'm not here to pump myself up, pump Romeo up, love, Carlos, anybody on the team. I'm here to show you what I do every morning. I'm here to show you what my thought process is so that you guys have that light bulb moment. And it doesn't have to be my thought process. You could take a complete opposite position than me, okay? As long as you have strategy, as long as you know why you're entering the position. Again, on the SPY was sitting at 378 yesterday. I'm telling people it's going to finish at 382. They're telling me I'm crazy. Can you go over how to tell the stock price changes and the option price? Yeah, I mean, the technical terms you need to use is you need to look at the delta, the theta, the vega. These are all things that change your price. But if we were to simplify it, it's all about entry. You're looking at the stock. We don't even care about the option because if you go out of the money, in the money, it doesn't matter. If you're right about the direction of the stock at the time that you're entering, you're going to be profitable. So what would I suggest? I would suggest, number one, whatever stock you're looking at, look at the dark pool levels. Okay, write down the dark pool levels. What you'll see is when it bounces, you'll know where support is. When it rejects and finds the top and comes down from there, okay, you'll know where resistance is. So that'll tell you if you're going to get into puts, whatever stock, option, ETF, you're looking for the top for rejection. The same is true when you're looking to get into calls. You're looking to find support, whether it's Tesla, Roblox, Affirm. I mean, you want to be bearish on a stock, all those buy now, pay laters keep going down. So I would be like, I could buy puts on Affirm or Upstart. I could buy calls on Amazon. Again, they're similar stocks, but one is an industry leader and one is industry trash. Okay, so that's what I think. Yeah, I mean, rents are going up. We have Discord where we have a trader chat where we share all this stuff. But let's just talk about what I look at again. Right before the market is about to open, I'm going to look at 3 different things. So number one, I'm going to look at oil. If oil goes down, it tells me the market could go down. Why? Because if we're going to recession and less oil is being used, even on a daily basis, oil is going to go down, energy is going to go down. Energy's been beaten up. Oh, we see a little bit of a reversal this morning. So I'm going to watch that. Right now, if oil fills that gap only back to $76 or $77, that tells me the market all across the board is going to be green today. That's number one. Number two, I'm going to look at the 2-year note. Again, if the 2-year note or the 10-year note spikes, it tells me there could be downward pressure on the market. There was a quick spike this morning, but it's back down to its lowest levels. What does that tell me? It tells me the market could be green today. All right. I see some questions on the side. So if they're important, please just post them on the screen. We'll read them. The US dollar Same thing. It's taking a bit of a dive. When the dollar goes down, it means the market go up. Now, if I see the US dollar spike above 104.50 at any time during the day, then I say to myself, oh, shoot, okay, the market could go down. Let me sell my position. All right. So Dustin writes, I need to see how Romeo does it. I need to get my mojo back. I took my account from 2,000 to 140,000 back down to 81,000. Okay. So first off, let's talk about the psychology. Please, everybody read his post. Psychology. If these numbers are correct, 2,000 to 140 back to 81. Understand, Dustin, number one thing is $140, you're not there. You're not there. You're currently 81. You could only have a vision on what your account is currently. To start today, you're $81,000. So your goal should be from $81,000, I want to get it up. The next level I want to see is 85. Once I hit 85, I want to see 90. You can't be thinking I was at 81,000. I want to be at 140,000 again, because hitting home runs like that is extreme risk. You probably over leverage yourself. And again, if you have that much money in your account and you're claiming that you're just getting beat up day after day, then you're buying too many contracts. Again, I said this before, and you're not giving yourself enough time. Yes, moomoo doesn't offer a cash account. Robinhood does offer a cash account. Webull offers a cash account. You must use a cash account if you're trading under $25,000. If you're trading $81,000, then you can make as many day trades in and out as you want. But understand, this is for Dustin, everybody. Please, you're looking for best entry, something I haven't mentioned in a while. This is a really good lesson, and we'll close on this. And then everybody, please follow me over to Discord. Again, Romeo's going live in about 14 minutes. Here is the lesson: market timing. We all know the market opens at 9:30 a.m. It closes at 4 p.m. Let's talk about the specific times. From 9:30 to 9:45, lots of volume. From 3:45 to 4 o'clock close, lots of volume. That is when big money, that's when institutional investors enter. All the other shit that happens during the day, minutia, let's call it, okay? Garbage, you're going to see lots of volatility. Right, but you have to understand, they are buying the market in the morning. They are buying the market before close, or vice versa. When we're in a bear, serious red trend, they're selling it open and they're selling it close, and we're gapping down. Right now, start the year, we're gapping up a little. So again, I'm a bull in this market for the time being. Give me 2 weeks of green. Now, what could change my bullish stance? January 12th, next Thursday, again, a week from tomorrow. What do we have out? CPI numbers. What does the Fed use as a gauge? CPI data. So CPI data will likely tell us that inflation is going down. And then somebody will say, my gas went up 40 cents in the last week. Yes, some things go up, different part of the country. Understand, gas could be going up because across the country, we've had tornadoes, flash floods, we've had a ton of snow, right? A ton of accidents. Understand, if gasoline and if oil can't get to these gas stations, price goes up. If there are problems or delays, price goes up. It doesn't mean inflation. So again, CPI number next week. If CPI comes in cool, the market could have a little January bullish run. Again, first quarter, I was thinking a 10 or 11% run up in the market. No, serious. That's what I was thinking. Again, I'm heading over to Discord. Please, everybody's welcome to join me. If you like what you see today, please thumbs up, make a comment on the side. And again, join me tomorrow morning. Everything we do on YouTube is free. We don't use any marketing. See you guys later. See you guys in a little bit.